Shocking allegations against two Detroit cops.
Now, the FBI says they sold drugs and ripped off the very dealers they were supposed to be investigating. 7 Action News reporter Simon Shaquette is in Detroit after speaking with one of those alleged victims of this thing. Simon?
Stephen and Glenda, those two police officers, will soon face a judge here at the federal courthouse. Meantime, tonight we have an exclusive interview with an alleged victim.
Kind of a somber day, as you can imagine.
Detroit Police Chief James Craig facing the music today after two of his former narcotics officers were placed under federal indictment.
It does tend to erode public trust.
The charges are related to them allegedly robbing drug dealers, stealing money, even selling drugs themselves.
There's evidence that these guys were criminals.
In an exclusive interview with Action News, Timothy Davis, a licensed medical marijuana grower, opens up about his own experience.
I think they went after anybody that was vulnerable, that they felt like they could push around and get money from.
Davis's attorney filed a federal lawsuit on his behalf back in February after he says narcotics officers kicked down the door of his home in Warren a couple years ago and stole cash and plants he grew legally. They also allegedly held him without cause in Detroit for hours.
The FBI investigated these guys, and they found that these police officers were basically robbing legitimate or illegitimate, in some cases, whoever they could rob. And it's exactly consistent with what I've heard from all of my clients.
Even more alarming, one of the officers being investigated by feds, who has since taken his own life, was allegedly at Davis's home that night. Today, federal prosecutors announced 34-year-old Lieutenant David Hansberry, 46-year-old Officer Brian Watson, and another man not on the force would all face charges. There are startling allegations of fake arrests and shakedowns. The department's narcotics unit has since been disbanded. And veteran leaders of both the FBI and Detroit Police Department describe these allegations as an insult to honest cops everywhere, along with citizens.
We know that the narcotics trade is a very, very dangerous trade, and officers put their lives on the line every day to make sure that illicit drugs are eradicated from the street.
Well, it's startling and it's hugely disappointing because of the fact not only were they not doing their jobs, but then they basically turned around and were doing the same thing that individuals that they were investigating in the first place were doing.
Now, attorneys for those indicted have either chosen not to comment or maintain their client's innocence. Meantime, the attorney we spoke with tonight saying other victims have already contacted him because they want to file suits as well. Live downtown, Simon Shaquette, 7 Action News.